Like to call this council meeting to order. Mayor Lowry's online, so I'm chairing the meeting tonight. Please rise for O Canada and stay standing for a moment of silent meditation.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us common. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
We have all in attendance with Mayor Lowry joining virtually.
Okay. Disclosure of pecuniary interest now or the general nature thereof when it comes up at the time of the on the agenda. So we have consent items F1, F2, and F3. Approval of the agenda, recommended motion that the agenda be approved as presented. Approval of the minutes February 17th, 2026. A recommended motion that the minutes detained in February 17th, 2026 be approved, and approval of minutes for February 24th for the recommended that the minutes dated February 24th, 2026 be approved. Could I have a mover and seconder? Moved by Vicky Lowe and seconded by Bev Holmes. Any errors or omissions in the minutes? Anybody want anything pulled? Say none. Call the question. All in favor? That's carried. No delegations, no public meetings. Committee of the whole report. We have a recommended motion that the committee of the whole motions from February 24th, 2026 meeting. Could I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Mary Lou Suter and seconded by Denzel Ferguson. Any discussion? Say none, all in favor. It's carried. We have 4 consent reports. A recommended motion that the advisory committee meeting minutes dated December 4th, 2025 be received as information.
Sure.
Could we do them all or
You've already done them all.
done them all?
So you're
Okay.
down.
Oh, yes, okay.
So you're now down to council report.
And council report, requests for support, we're right down to time sensitive items, and it's a Heritage Advisory Committee. And the recommended motion reads that the council pass a resolution supporting the Heritage Helping Housing Grant proposed by the Architectural Conservatory of Ontario, ACO, and that the letter from the mayor and council be sent to the Premier and local MPP expressing support for this grant. Mover and seconder, please. Moved by Councillor Torrance and seconded by Councillor Suter. Discussion. Councillor Torrance.
This came to our attention at the Heritage Committee, which is just recently, and only because it was in a newsletter that we were reviewing. And so this is not yet on the provincial agenda. So what we're, through this motion, we're asking the province to put it on the agenda and so that it can happen. And really it's to be able to think about where there are unused units above stores in a heritage conservation district such as downtown Almont or any other heritage building, that there would be money coming from the province to help as a grant to be able to upgrade those into housing units. So it's just a way to be able to address some of the housing shortages that are being experienced across the province, but also people who aren't sure how to do it within a heritage conservation district will have support doing it. So we're not saying anything other than we support the concept at this point, which I certainly do, and hope that you will also support it.
Okay, any more discussion? I don't see any more discussion on the Heritage Advisory Committee motion, so I'll call the question. All in favor? And that's carried. Thank you very much. Bylaws. Recommended motion that bylaw 2605 to 26019 be taken and read, passed, signed and sealed in open council. K1 to K5. So can I have a mover and seconder before we get it on? Moved by Councillor Suter and seconded by Councillor Holmes. Anybody want any of these pulled? Councillor Torrance.
I not necessarily pulled, but a little clarification on K1 that I unfortunately forgot to message the Melanie and ask her.
And is Melanie here?
She is here. I know it's a Corey thing, but I think it's my question is a Melanie thing. Director Knight, I just wanted to know if the stop sign that's at Old Almont Road and Jack Dalgety, was that, I assume that was part of a subdivision site plan at some point, the plan of subdivision. And so we just haven't seen it for a long time. It just kind of appeared here. And I assume it was something that's been in the works forever. We just haven't been looking at it. Is this true? Was this?
Through you, Deputy Mayor, to Councillor Torrance. It's actually part of the implementation of the Weaver's Way subdivision,
Okay.
not the riverfront one. And so we wanted to put it in now that they're starting to, eventually in the springtime, they'll be granting occupancy on some of those homes.
Okay. That's why I thought it was a Melanie question, because I thought it had to do with the plan of subdivision. Thank you.
Okay. So I have a mover and seconder. Any more questions on any of the motions? Say none, I'll call the question. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you very much. Announcements and invitations. Mayor Lowry.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you again for filling in. By all accounts, it looks like you run a much more efficient meeting than I do. But I did want to share with you all that this is after the fact, but we had the Minister of Agriculture, Trevor Jones, here in Mississippi Mills yesterday. As you know, these things usually come up rather quickly and not a whole lot of notice, but I was really pleased that both he and our MPP were in town with Warden Kidd. And we were able to show off hummingbird chocolate. And we also made a visit to Fortune's farm, the maple producers, and was here for about 3 hours yesterday. And I think both Fortune Farms and Hummingbird Chocolate had great opportunity to interface with the minister. And, and I think really showed us off well. So I wanted to share that with all the council and just indicate it was a really, really good day. And I think we can look forward to hopefully more of these visits again.
Thank you, Mayor Lowry. Any other announcements or invitations? I'll start with Councillor Torrance.
Just to remind everyone, I think you've gotten the invitation, but if not, the annual general meeting for the Chamber of Commerce is March 25th in the morning. It's a morning 8:30 to 10:30 meeting at the Mississippi Golf Course out in Appleton. And so I'll ask Aaron to send that invitation around again in RSVP for anybody who hasn't yet sent in their response. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Torrance. Councillor Suter.
Just a reminder to everyone that in the upcoming March break, our Parks and Rec Department has organized a wide variety of programs for families. There are free skates every day, Monday to Friday at each of the arenas. There's also a magic show and a movie skate, and a fellow's bringing his exotic animals, which I presume means snakes, on Thursday. That's it. I hope that those people who are still here and not south will have a good time next week, March break.
Thank you. Thank you. And I just have one quick one. I'd like to thank everybody for respecting my privacy over the last few months. Thank you very much. Councillor Ferguson.
Yes, thank you. Well, you know that 17th of March is coming close, and there is the traditional dance in Pakenham on Tuesday, which is the 17th. So please don't hesitate to put on your green and whatever else you might want to put on and come out and enjoy yourself.
Thank you, Councillor Ferguson, for reminding me about that. Any other announcements or invitations? Okay, thank you. We're down to Rising reports. There's none. Confirmatory bylaw is that the recommended motion reads that bylaw 26020 being in the bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council of the corporation of the municipality of Mississippi Mills at the regular meeting held on the 10th day of March 26 be read, passed, and signed and sealed in open council this 10th day of March 2026. Mover and seconder. Moved by Councillor Suter and seconded by Councillor Lowe. Any discussion? Say none. All in favor? And that brings us down to adjournment. All in favor? Carried. Thank you.
Do we want 5 minutes or do we want, I need 5 minutes just to get organized. Okay, 5 minutes and then
Okay.
we want to have Mayor Lowry around as long as we can have her.